Some controversy. Joaquin Phoenix won for Best Actor in Joker. The crowd presumably loved his performance just as much, giving him a standing ovation during the announcement. But Beyonce stayed seated while he made his way to the stage. So what do you think? Did Queen Bey throw shade?
Okay. All right, I'm going to take this because I think it's really important for all of us who's like 2020, new year, new me. Really pay attention to people who are very intentional. Beyonce and Jay-Z are very intentional about everything that they do. They didn't walk the red carpet. Why? Because it wasn't the Beyonce and Jay-Z show. Everywhere they go becomes the Beyonce and Jay-Z show. So it was likely a form of respect. They also stood in the back, walked to their table where she was placed into a seat. Once you're placed, brides, you know that come hell or high water, you're going to have an emergency situation in order to be displaced from said seat.
Yeah.
The other thing is, a lot has been made of the 2 bottles of champagne that were brought in. Here's a slight little history lesson for the hip hop culture, okay? So in the 90s, the way that there was status was by music videos, popping bottles in the clubs. Normally it was Moet. Jay-Z was the one who decided that Cristal was more prestigious, and that was the brand that he was going to use, which made everybody level up. Cristal's manager at the time, or about 2016 or 2004, decided that he was going to go on record and say, well, I can't help who purchases my bottles, which was basically a dig, and a lot of people found it to be very racist and against the hip hop culture. So in 2014, Jay-Z purchased a very exclusive house for champagne called Armand de Bliqua?
Yeah, that sounds good. That's good.
Oh, no, it's Armand de Brignac, sorry. Anyway, so that was that was the way for him to bring a brand and say that we don't need you if you don't want us. And you've seen that in so many other capacities. You see it with Ivy Park, you see it with Fenty, Savage. Anytime some big brand says, we don't need you, we build tables. And so I think it's really important to stop looking at these tiny little things and look at the moves that intentional, successful people make, because observations are free, people.